Start recording, right?
Yes.
Okay. Let me clear my throat here, folks.
Hack.
Hack is right. Aloha, y'all.
It's a different looking bottle than what's on the website.
Slightly different, yeah.
Okay.
It's a different shape. They could have changed the bottling because this was
Let me see it, please.
this particular whiskey. It's got all the other words.
Signature series. It doesn't have signature series.
Signature series. Didn't it say that?
No.
Oh, well, poopy.
Did you need to wipe off your glasses?
Maybe. Go to the.
I am. Why don't you start yapping?
Okay. Anyway, what I'm hoping to enjoy tonight is Big Daddy's Bourbon Limited Edition
Is it
Signature Series.
Tennessee Shine Company?
It's from the XXX Distillery, which is tnshineco.com. Yes.
Okay.
Okay. The fellow's picture on here, who I presume is
They got a lot of moonshine.
approved by W.C. Mills on the back.
Blueberry cream moonshine.
Oh, that's horrible.
That sounds just vile.
Okay. Although this is bottled by XXX Distillery in Sevierville, Tennessee. Sevierville. It's distilled in Indiana, so an MGP product.
MGP.
MGP, Midwest Grape
Moonshine grapefruit.
Moonshine grapefruit? Yucky.
I know.
Anyway, this I've had this bottle for almost
There
2
is
years.
nothing.
I know, right?
So it's Big Daddy's Bourbon Whiskey Bourbon Signature Series.
Signature, yeah. This was a retirement gift from one of my fellow whiskey fans.
Huzzah!
When I retired almost 2 years ago. At the end of this month, it'll have been 2 years. So it's been a long time coming. Anyway, here's some propaganda on the back of the bottle.
That might be all we can get.
It might be. XXX Distillery Signature Series Bourbon Whiskey delivers a clean, crisp, and full-bodied bourbon whiskey with a bolt of flavor and a 94 proof kick. It is sure to please the most selective of bourbon aficionados. That's a pretty bold statement there.
I think I could prove them wrong.
Yeah. What category of bourbon aficionado do you fall into?
The anti.
Okay. Well, I'm going to ask my executive producer here
She's
to
still looking
find
because
whatever she can, because
she's trying.
I searched for about 15 minutes earlier, and then just
Well,
again now. And,
The handoff was incomplete.
well,
The watch turnover left something to be desired. That's okay.
maybe they got a 3-day 96er or 4.
Well, that 3-day 96er would be a very
math.
interesting thing to have. I don't think.
One of those things where you respectfully request special liberty to observe the anniversary of my birth. So anyway, let's get this buddy open.
Yeah, there's nothing. So
We're flying blind here, folks. A little bottle smell here. Glug, 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 glug. Okay. W.C. Mills approves.
it looks like Kenny Rogers on the
A
bottom.
little bit.
It's not necessarily a great thing. Ish. I got it on my hand. Blech. Laka's doing her thing.
It's got kind of a fresh cut wood, baking spice nose. Not getting any nasal tickling from the 94 proof, which is okay. Now they claim it should have a bolt of flavor.
A bolt.
And a 94 proof
Like
kick.
lightning or a roll of
Usain.
cloth?
Usain.
Or Usain.
Go
so
on
fast.
Fast.
Okay.
Cinnamon roll
Oh, okay.
with very light or no icing.
Tutti Frutti Cream Moonshine.
That's one of their products?
Yes.
I'll take a pass on that.
Yeah.
Okay, well anyway. It's got a nice
It says,
color.
experience the robust flavor of Big Daddy's Bourbon Whiskey. Meticulously crafted in the foothills of the Smoky Mountains by Tennessee Shine Company. Did your bottle say offers a rich and smooth taste profile?
It says clean, crisp, and full body.
Aged to perfection for a whole 6 minutes.
This is more information than we had here.
Perfect for bourbon enthusiasts looking to savor the essence of Tennessee craftsmanship. Big Daddy's Bourbon Whiskey embodies tradition, quality, and a taste of the Smoky Mountains. And that, my friends, is all she wrote.
The extent of it.
But they have a lot of moonshine.
They don't age those. They age them in the bell jars they come in. It's a nice nose. I mean, it's a nice bourbon nose.
And of course, they have pumpkin spice moonshine, cream moonshine.
Wrong time of year, guys.
All the
Read
time.
the room. Okay, anyway. I'm going to go in. Like I said,
All right,
it's got
I'll
nice legs.
you.
It's got a nice amber rose color to it. Amber rose?
Nanner pudding moonshine. And jalapeno cornbread. This just looks ghastly.
Cinnamon stick.
Okay, good. That would be pleasant.
Yeah. First bite. First taste is really middle of the tongue and then goes everywhere. It lingers nicely at the back of the throat. Don't really have a whole lot of warmth building down the chest here, but it's a nice taste.
I bet it was not totally easy to find since it's the signature series.
Could be.
So thanks to your buddy who got it for you. That's something you would never have necessarily found.
I believe this was from one of the twins.
Oh, okay.
Who made a trip down there and just happened to pawn it.
That's nice.
Yeah.
Look, I'm speaking like I'm from the South from reading all these flavors of moonshine.
It's a very nice, balanced, not overwhelmingly heated, not overwhelmingly sweet. I'd be curious to what the mash bill is, but they're going to.
It's a mystery. But you could follow that up with lemon cream moonshine.
No. This is really good, neat.
Or blue Houdini moonshine, also known as the panty dropper. I kid you not. I cannot make this up.
The same people that are making this, quite accessible, quite pleasant bourbon are making nonsense like that.
Butterscotch. Does it have Otis?
Butterscotch?
Yes. Does it have Otis Sasquatch?
All right there, Triple X.
No. They are producing for their audience.
Okay, that's fine. That's fine. The nose got just a little brighter there, a little more of the astringency of the alcohol coming through, but it's a like I said, great legs, great color.
It's not overly alcohol tasting.
Nor sweet.
Nice. Oh, Lord.
If I were to have gone to their distillery and chuckled over the variety of different shines that they have and had a sample of this, I would have bought it right then.
That is very high praise.
I would have bought it right then. It's a good whiskey. I really am becoming more and more of a fan of these craft distillers. And if they get, when they're working with MGP, they're working with them on which grains to use at what mixtures and what temperatures and so on and so forth. So they're saving themselves to have to do the initial investment to get the White Dog into their facility and into their barrels. Now, whether or not they're going to turn around and fire up their own still, can't tell you. Don't know. Don't know the price of this either. Again,
I'm going to see.
It was a gift.
Yeah, because that particular bottle isn't here.
I bounced around their site there and did the shopping.
Yeah.
Basically, what I gathered from looking at the website myself earlier is you've got to be in East Tennessee and you've got to go to Wears Valley or Sevierville or Pigeon Forge.
Yep.
Or
Gatlinburg.
That's
well,
they're all like
they're all sort of in a row, right?
Yeah, they're all right there. No, this is a nice whiskey. If this were to be in the $40 to $50 range,
wow.
but I mean it's a craft distillery, so they can't really rely on large volumes to be able to, adjust their margins to be able to make some money. I would certainly say buy this. Absolutely.
But I bet they sell a panty dropping buttload
I bet they probably sell more of that than they do of this.
These moonshines that probably cost 4 cents per gallon to make.
And one thing,
and they're $30 a jar, it looks like.
So it wouldn't be out of hand for this to be $45-$50. I was still.
Well, I mean, they're funding their, as I would do, their operation by selling
this stuff so that they can make this stuff. Perhaps that's just pure speculation, folks.
Yep.
So anyway, this is a good whiskey. Obviously, if you're down in Sevier County, well, that's where all the Sevierville, Pigeon Forge, Wears Valley, Gatlinburg, they're all there. Check them out. And if you do pick up one of these panty drop moonshines, let us know how it is.
Well, so all their moonshines are in 750 milliliter jars.
Jars?
Yes, because it's moonshine.
Okay, well that's okay. I got it. We just returned from a trip down to visit the caregivers of our grandbabies. The grandbabies are growing quite nicely.
They're the cutest. And I'm not at all biased.
Not a bit, not one bit. Actually, you're hypercritical of them all.
Yeah, sure I am.
The older one is having full conversations.
I know.
And asking some interesting questions.
Oh, she is awesome.
The younger one is still struggling with G-Paw and Mimi. Got Mama and Dada can be expressed, but not necessarily directed in the gender common reference to a maternal or paternal.
But when we ask her, who's Charlotte, who's Mimi, who's G-Paw?
Yeah, she points.
She points at the right individuals.
Yeah.
She can say yeah.
She can say truck.
She can say truck. I went and duck. I'm waiting for the other uck sounds to come out.
Thank you, Cameron. Cameron Waldron. Yes, sir. So anyway, Tennessee Shine Company or TennesseeXXX Big Daddy's Bourbon, limited edition, signature series, worth exploring. Now, be careful if you go onto the interwebs and you're searching for Big Daddy Bourbon. There's another operation out there somewhere that is just that. It's Big Daddy's Bourbon. And it's not these people.
No, it has, like a old-timey pinup girl on the label.
Okay.
Betty Boopish.
Okay, so anyway, thanks for tuning in. The only adventures got going on this year is I have a hog rally to attend in a couple of weeks over in Cumberland. I think that's about it. We're going to see Paul Simon tomorrow.
Yeah,
at Wolf
we
Trap.
Just decided today.
In the upper section, box 2, on the rail, nobody in front of us. And we figured out we can use some of our hog metal water containers over here to put water. I'm making white wine or rosé. So anyway, thanks for tuning in, y'all. Again, no merchandise, just having fun with this. Hopefully, be able to do a few more of these before our next overseas adventure begins. But whenever that comes around, you'll know it by our absence. Not going to announce it. So anyway, ciao.
Ciao.